Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn a lesson from class 8 English Honeydew book, and the name of the lesson is The Glimpses of the Past. Friends, though the lesson is in your English textbook, still it focuses on the history of India and the Indian subcontinent during the period of 1757 to 1857, a span of 100 years. So, this lesson, The Glimpses of the Past, is built up in the form of comic book which contains some speech bubbles and pictures. Dear students, you might have known what is a comic book or comic story. Let me explain it. Comic book contains stories which are mainly expressed through pictures and speech bubbles. You remember, students, last year we all learned a comic story in the name of Gopal and the Hilsa fish, isn't it? So students, let us have a glimpse over the history of India between 1757 to 1857. Dear students, this lesson is sessioned with around 9 timelines. Let us discuss the first picture titled as Martyr. You can see on the screen, this is the picture, and there is written the martyrs. There is written the martyrs. So, children, let me explain what are martyrs. So, let me explain who is considered to be martyrs. So, martyr is a person who dedicates his or her life for the country's betterment and even kills himself or herself for the nation's development. There were many warriors, there were many martyrs like Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Rajguru, Tatya Saheb Tope, Mangal Pandey, Nana Sahib, and many more who died for the freedom of the nation from British rule. This picture shows, you can see the picture over here. This picture shows sympathy, or we can say condolence, for all those freedom fighters. This is the picture of a function at Delhi after the independence for paying homage to all martyrs of our country through the song sung by one of the great playback singer, Lata Mangeshkar. You might have heard this song. The song is like this. In the speech bubble it is written, "Oh my countrymen, let your eyes fill with tears as you recall the sacrifice of India's martyrs." So, this is the song which was sung by the playback singer Lata Mangeshkar. You may remember that. The song is like this: "ए मेरे वतन के लोगों, जरा आँख में भर लो पानी, जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी." The same thing is written in the English speech bubble over here. So this lesson starts with this. Students, you can see the second timeline. I have already shown the picture here. The timeline heading is like this: the company's conquest. This is all about British East India Company between 1757 to 1849. So in this event, what all things are taken place, let me describe. If you see over there, you can see the India and subcontinent. You can see the pink part in the first Indian map is covered by British people, British territory, whereas the whole yellow part was all of our Indian princes. In the beginning of the establishment of British East India Company, but soon in the 19th century they became the king of the whole country. So what were the company's conquest? Let us see there. So what did the company do? The East India Company came to India for trade purpose. So in the speech bubble first you can see there what it is written: with its superior weapons, the British East India Company was extending its power in 18th century India. So they came in 18th century and they started to extend the power. So to extend the power there are many reasons. For example, you can see in the second picture that Indian princes were short-sighted. The upstart Rajabha called English merchant, they will help me to defeat him. The people had no peace due to such constant fights. So during when East India Company arrived in India, that time the princes in India were not far-sighted, they were short-sighted, and they were fighting with each other. And some of the kings like Rajabha took help from the British people and to defeat the opponents, and that is what indirectly helped the British people to establish their company over here. You can also see in the downside picture, the war is going on the ground. The rivalries helped the East India Company and it could easily subdue Indian princes one by one. So there was the conflict between different princes in India, and that is what helped the British people to establish their company. They took the help from these all princes. So also you can see over there some of the kings like Tipu Sultan, who died fighting on battle. And even you can see downside, some of the people, they are thinking that British people are made for us. British people are made for us. British people came to India and that is good for us because all the conflicts have stopped. Our princes were fighting with each other, and that was all stopped because British people are here. But whereas some of the people were talking that anyways, what all princes were there, those all were belong to our country, and these white men has killed and dethroned our countries. Some kings were not good, but after all they were all of this land. Now we have become slaves of foreigners. So people in India started thinking like this. People in India started talking like this. Some people were talking positively with white people, means British people, and some people were talking negatively with British people. So such kind of situation was there. So let us come back to the third timeline, which is headed with British rule between 1765 to 1836. So students, the British rule between 1765 to 1836, you can observe the pictures over here. If you look at these pictures, you will come to understand they all are describing the social fabric from 1765 to 1836. Means evil social practices such as untouchability, child marriages, sati pratha, etc. were preached by religious leaders. You can see there different religious leaders in different pictures. The British disdained the Indians, and in the process, Indians lost their self-respect also. So British people, what did they do? They disdained. You can see here one Indian is saluting a British person, and he is not even aware of it. So this is what the reason for the loss of Indian people's self-respect. So the British people imposed heavy taxes on the farmers. They also some of the times cut the thumbs of the expert artisans. Means in India was having expert artisans, craft persons. Such people's thumbs were cut by the British people. However, the imports from England were tax free. What all things were coming from England, they were tax free. But whereas the main things which are from India, they were having more tax. Thus, the main motive of British was the maximization of profit and wealth at any cost. So students, we have learned half of the part of the lesson, the glimpses of the past, in this session. Let us continue with the next part of this lesson in next period. Thank you and have a nice day.